Hey, welcome to Trying Harder. I'm Guido, and today we have an Anker Power Expand 8-in-1 USB hub. We're gonna open this up, check it out. I'm gonna go spend some time with it, make some of these lovely videos, use this to pull off the cameras, and then I'll come back with some cinema magic and give you my thoughts. But I really like this one because it has a 10 gigabyte per second data transfer. No frills kind of box. Let me show you what it looks like. Open this up, come on. There we go. Whoop, there she is. We got some recycling stuff. Recycle it. A welcome guide. Hello. All right, I might use this to give you a rundown. Nice and compact. Awesome. Look how small this thing is. Smaller than my cell phone. Goes into USB-C. Does not support media display via USB-C ports with a USB-C to HDMI cable. It may become hot up to 122 degrees. Woo, doggy. When you have it fully loaded, and it does do PD, so I could see if you're charging something through this. And then their third and final warning, the USB-A port or USB-C data port does not support charging. So you gotta choose the one that does. Let's see if I can give you a rundown on these ports real quick. Part of the reason why I got it, instructions say to plug this into your MacBook. It should go into a Windows one just fine. Then you got the PD in right there. So you wanna connect that to a USB-C PD charger to charge your devices. Then right next to it, you got a USB-C 10 gigabyte per second port. I like that, that's fast. Next up, your HDMI port. That's gonna stream video up to 4K at 60 hertz. The very end is an Ethernet port, which is your typical 100 megabits per second. That turns white if the power's on. Then one of the things that I liked about this was the SD card ports. So you got a slot right there for an SD card 3.0, and then right above it, it says TF, but that's gonna be your micro SD, which I'm gonna use for my GoPro. And then we have two USB-A ports that also transfer at 10 gigabits per second. So that's nice. And that's your 8 ports. It's light, it's handy. Right off the bat, maybe I would say is something like this Ethernet port, maybe like the HDMI, like these bigger ones, if it had a dust guard on them, some kind of little rubber stops, because you're most likely not gonna have this plugged in all the time. I want this to be kind of an on-the-go thing. That's why I wanted something small and that you didn't plug in. But I'm excited to see if this helps transfer files faster and just increases my productivity, especially with more USB ports for like these various laptops that I use to make these videos. All right, let me go check this out. Be right back with a review. Boom, I'm back. I've been using this for a couple months at this point, and here are my thoughts. It works as advertised. Even the Anker warned heat issues. It definitely increased my productivity because I could transfer files faster directly from my SD and micro SD cards rather than straight from the cameras. It is also very helpful to have both SD and micro SD readers because my laptops either have none or one or the other. I always had an external hard drive plugged into this and had no issues using that. I'm pretty sure device charging worked on this. I thought it was able to charge my mouse and phone at times. I thought it said that it didn't support that. I had directly plugged my laptop charger into this to power it. You don't need to, but to provide power. And it was able to charge my laptop as a pass-through. Dual monitors worked with the HDMI. I never did try out the Ethernet port though, because I just didn't need to. And portability obviously was not an issue. Now it does get warm just being plugged in with no data passing through. I would say it gets hot when a lot of data is going through it for an extended period of time. It's never too hot to touch, but definitely too hot to just be sitting on your lap. This is a warning from Anker and mentioned in other reviews that I saw. My biggest pet peeve using this though was the USB-C cable. This thing is too damn short. It works fine when you have the ports on the sides of your laptop, but some of my laptops have all the ports on the back, and that made it a real pain to have to lower the screen to like swap out SD cards. Besides that, I really would recommend picking this up when it's on sale. I got this on Amazon and full price is a little steep, but it often gets discounted. The heating issue didn't even really bother me much, but it should be noted for where this is planning on sitting. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. You saw a close-up and heard my thoughts. But what are your thoughts? What questions do you have? An Anker with the short USB-C cable and a lot of your products having heating issues when it comes to doing design reviews, try trying harder.